I'm going to make a basil pesto pasta salad. This dish comes together really simply in about 20 minutes. It's great for a barbecue, it's great for an easy midweek dinner. It works really well for a picnic as well, so very, very versatile and always really popular. So the first thing I've done is boil some pasta in rapidly boiling salted water. I've drained it, and what I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil onto it, and what that does is it just keeps it from sticking together while I make the pesto. So the main ingredient in this basil pesto is obviously basil. First of all, if you can grow it, it grows like a weed, and it's really handy to just be able to go out and pick what you need as you need it. If you're buying basil, the best way to store it to keep it vibrant and healthy is to cut the bottom of the stems off and put it into fresh water and keep it out on your kitchen bench. So as soon as you put it into the fridge, it starts to wilt and turn brown. And after a few days, if you keep refreshing your water, it may even grow roots, and then you can take it outside and stick it in the garden or stick it in a little pot. The first thing I'm going to do is cut up some parmesan, about 100 grams, and put that into the food processor to sort of turn it into grated parmesan. The reason I do this on its own first is to get it fine enough. If I put all the ingredients in together, by the time this is fine enough, everything else is a bit too smooth. Okay, so once that's sort of like breadcrumbs, I can put in my other pesto ingredients. So I've picked the basil off its stems, and I'm just going to put the leaves in there. And then I'm going to add some rocket, and the reason I do this is because I want a really vibrant green pesto, so the addition of some rocket or some baby spinach or even some steamed broccoli can really help to lift the colour and keep it looking beautiful. So I'm going to add some toasted pine nuts. It's really important to toast these so that they have their full flavour. I toast them by putting them into a pan on the stovetop, and I just keep a really eagle eye on it until they're this beautiful golden colour. The other way to do it is to put it onto a tray into the oven. I have a tendency to forget them in the oven though, and I burn them, so I do it on the stovetop and I don't walk away. Also going to add a good sized clove of garlic and some salt, and about 1/3 cup of olive oil at this stage. And I'm just going to blitz that now until it's all kind of combined, but I want to leave it with a little bit of texture. I don't want it too smooth. So you can see that that's still a little bit chunky, it's got a little bit of texture in it. So now to assemble the salad, I'm going to add to the pasta that beautiful pesto. I'm going to add into that some chopped semi-dried tomatoes, some halved cherry tomatoes, fresh ones, some little baby bocconcini just cut in half. I've got some spring onions just cut on a diagonal. And then I'm going to zest a lemon into there as well. So to zest a lemon, I tend to start at one end and work my way up to the other end and then turn the lemon slightly, so I'm getting as much zest as I can without going into that white part, which is the pith, which is quite bitter. This gives it a really beautiful freshness. These fine zesters are really useful for not only zesting your citrus, but I also sit mine on the table with a block of parmesan whenever we have Italian food, any kind of pasta, and we freshly grate our parmesan at the table because I reckon that's the best way to eat it. And I'm also going to add the juice of that lemon. Once it's zested, it's a lot easier to juice too. And another good glug of olive oil. Then I just mix all that together. It's really important to serve this salad at room temperature, otherwise it doesn't taste as nice. So it does store in the fridge really nicely for a couple of days, but before you eat it, bring it out of the fridge and let it come back to room temperature. And if you find that it has solidified a little bit in the fridge, don't be afraid to add another glug of olive oil and just loosen it back up. If I was taking this to someone else's house for a barbecue or out for a picnic, I would just have it fully assembled and just make sure I took it out of the fridge in time for it to come back down to room temperature before we ate it. You can make a giant batch like this and have it over a couple of days for meals. So if you added some poached chicken breast or barbecue chicken or even a grilled piece of meat, and that is a really hearty and really nutritious dinner as well. So there you have it. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's simple, and it'll make you the most popular person at the barbecue.